Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucky Crit. Got a rather special one for you here today. I hope you like waifus, because, well, that's what I've got for you. Within this box are my hopes and dreams, so let's open it. Over a year ago, I began the harrowing process of ordering and waiting for one of these awesome scale figures to enter production and slowly make its way to me from Japan. And at long last, it's finally here. Joking aside, getting your hands on one of these is a rather interesting process. Firstly, you have to be aware that the pre-order actually exists in the first place and has actually gone live for the product. In this case, I'd recommend following accounts like Nintendeal, quite literally for Nintendo sales and deals, or the Serenus Forest Twitter account, which also retweets such announcements, or you could always follow me on Twitter at LuckyCritGaming, and I'll be sure to share them with you as well. Once you've seen the announcement though, you need to head on over to the various Japanese importer websites like Good Smile, AmiAmi, or PlayAsia to name a few, and be willing and able to throw down, in this case, 19,800 yen, or about $183.99 on basically fugazi, or fairy dust, if you're up to the task. This is because you then have to wait sometimes around a year for the figure to actually enter production and ultimately make its way to your doorstep, where at that time you'll have probably forgotten it ever existed at all. It's a strange journey, but certainly a welcome sight to see when you finally have the realization of what it is. Fire Emblem is no newcomer to this space. There have been Fire Emblem Figmas, including Edelgard, Lucina, and Corrin, various Nendoroids like Marth, Sheeta, Corrin, Sakura, and Elise, and 3 other preceding statue figures that predated this one, including Tharja, Cordelia, and Camilla. It still haunts me that I didn't snag at least that Tharja one at the time. I really like that one too. As far as I'm aware, the already released figures are no longer available for purchase anywhere, unless you buy them pre-owned somehow, so they're also pretty rare and exclusive once their production run ends, which is something to keep in mind. You could probably also consider these some of the more exclusive collector's items, considering how much more obscure they are. This time around though, we've got Lyn, the OG waifu for many of us who started playing Fire Emblem with the first game that made it to our shores, Blazing Blade, or officially just Fire Emblem. Based on a special illustration by the legendary Sachiko Wada, the illustrator who worked on the Blazing Blade, this figure features Lyn dancing on the open Sakaean plains in a gentle breeze. Everything from her long ponytail to her clothes and equipment has certainly been captured in stunning detail. One of the parts that I love most about this, ironically, is the base. Instead of opting for a rounded or more standard base here, the jagged, almost random assortment of Sakaean grass just makes for the perfect addition to her sleek silhouette, and it's so unique. I also love what they've done with the colors here, with its very airbrush-styled highlights that really make the figure pop and stand out. This figure was executed pretty much exactly as promised from the pre-released images that they put out, which is amazing to see, as it's always a risk that the final production model won't be quite the same, or won't look quite as good. Everywhere you look on this thing just has absolutely stunning detail. I also managed to confirm the long-debated question of whether or not Lyn wears shorts. Short answer, no. After staring too long, you may have to change yours though. There's even subtle, or not so subtle, bosom details that you may not have been expecting to find.
Seriously?
Turns out, Lyn's classic getup doesn't include wearing a bra underneath. Honestly, bravo for them establishing a solid balance of making this tasteful, yet letting the horniness still be there for those who look closely enough. I'm just impressed, really.
I hope you don't find this whole thing funny.
I'd never pulled the trigger on any of these statues before, due to a variety of reasons, mostly that they're pretty expensive and sometimes hard to justify, but the timing was just right with this one, and I really loved the natural contrapposto pose to it. It's so dynamic and honestly impressive how Sachiko's illustration they base it off of really lended so well to creating a 3D design that is an all-around interesting piece that's amazing from any viewing angle. Translating 2D into impressive 3D from every angle is no simple feat. This one's going into her new proper home, my brand new display case that I was fortunate enough to snag at a local thrift store for barely more than the price of Lynn herself. These statues aren't cheap, but man do they make great display pieces. It's a good thing I was only enticed to buy this one. It's a good thing that after Ike, I'll be set and never feel the need to buy one again. It's a good thing that this Daisuke Iizuka Marth only just barely pushed me over the edge to get it. Okay, seriously, this has to stop. I'm not getting the Byleth one. I only have so much display case space, and my wallet was playing on classic mode and died. But I guess I'll see you in June, Ike. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little dive into one of the more niche areas of the Fire Emblem fandom, and this closer look at these beautifully put together figures. Thank you so much for watching. If you like these waifus and husbandos, help the video out by slashing the thumbs up down below. Get subscribed so that you don't miss out for when Tellius' radiant hero finally makes it to the display case himself. Shout out to those who support the channel on Patreon or become YouTube members by clicking the join button below for some exclusive channel emojis. And be sure to follow Lucky Crit on other platforms like BitChute, Odyssey, and Rumble for eventual exclusive episodes over on those platforms. Follow us on Instagram for an occasional more behind-the-scenes view of things, and consider snagging some merch if you please. I can't promise I won't use the extra income to buy more of these statues though, so don't ask. And I'll see you all next time.